All right, I am back in Crusader Kings 3, 867. This is going to be a guide to creating a new religion and how to create one, the best ruler to create one, and the difficulties of one. I'm going to be choosing Thomond County, or the two counties, and because of geographic location and because it's insular. It's going to be away from the Norse wars, but also insular has right, which faith creation and reformation cost is minus 25. So that'll make it quicker to get our new religion established. I found 18 years old is a good age to start at. Mastermind philosopher. I'm going to choose all of the virtuous traits, and that's another reason insular is a good choice because they have so many. 5. And I'm also going to choose patient because learning is going to be an important thing we need for piety, and humble, which gives piety, and everyone likes that. The religion I'm planning on creating is a religion that favors giants. So I'm going to be a giant, and when I create my religion, all giants are going to have a piety bonus like these virtuous. And we're going to give a name, Bethal Craig. Sounds good to me. Give him a little few poundage. And we want to get our learning up. We still have 21 points, so I'm going to put it all in learning and then some. At least 24. We can lower our intrigue, and I hate to do it, but lower our martial and lower our prowess. And we are set. This is going to be a great ruler for creating a new religion, and everyone around him is going to like him, including the Catholics as well. So let's get in there and begin. We're going to choose theology for the piety and learning, and we're going to start working on the wheel towards profit, which will give us faith creation and reformation cost minus 50%. So once we get there, we'll be able to create any religion we want pretty much, even the expensive stuff. We do have to have I want to have a good start and conquer at least the south half of Africa, of Ireland, excuse me. So we're going to have a basic council I want to get established like a marshal. And there's not very many good marshals, but there's a decent, no. Well, that's not good at all. I'm going to just get a basic council going here. And a physician, because we are going to be doing battle. And I want to find a wife that is very high on learning. And it would be nice to get a alliance, but we don't necessarily need one. But it might be better to get one. So I'm actually going to go with Margarita because she has such good, she's a mastermind philosopher as well, and we can get an alliance with our children. Let's set our council. And you see we're already making 12 piety per day. We can also set our wife to work on patronage plus 9 to learning. So that should increase our piety a little bit more. We could seduce her to get a child earlier. And I don't need to convert her because I'm planning on starting a religion fairly soon. We can declare war on Desmond, and likely we will be able to win this war without any allies. That's a good way to start off. Although we really don't have a good marshal. It would be much more beneficial if we had a good marshal. And this guy looks great, even though he's wheezes. We get him in there before we start marching. And that will make all the difference in the world, as well as making him the commander. And you see that that equals went to a plus, saying we definitely have a clear advantage now. And my wife is pregnant. We have a prisoner. That's not worth much. And we have a giant daughter, which is perfect, because I plan on starting a giant religion. And our culture has forsaken the polygamous religion. The Pope contacted our probably chieftain, head of our culture, chieftain aide. So let's see if we can get some knights or something. And that's not going to work because he's a mayor. And we want to go on a pilgrimage as soon as possible as well. And we do want to create a duchy at some time as well. We are now the head of the culture. And we just got to get maybe a couple thousand piety, but more importantly, we need to get to profit. That's what we're waiting for. 2 more. In the meantime, we can take the southern half of Ireland, hopefully. Wait for our levies to resupply and declare war on Austria. He looks weakened right now, so we will declare war. Unfortunately, we're being raided by somebody. So I will take a look at its chieftain Dunchad. And I could challenge him, but I think I will let him get away with it for this once. And we want as much money as we can, so we're going to ransom anyone we really get. And I'm not happy with Dunchad raiding me. I'm going to definitely declare war on him as soon as possible. And we can go on a pilgrimage. And I will go to Vaticano, which will put me in negative, but because we are doing a pilgrimage, the Catholic Pope is going to be really happy with us, and he'll give us some money. And it's worth taking some of his money before we start a new religion, because we'll have plenty of piety to create a new religion. So we're a little bit in the negative, but we can ask our head of faith for gold, even though we're planning on starting our own religion. And we might want to try to sway him so we can keep getting gold out of him. We already finished seducing the wife. So we have 1,700 piety. That is close to enough once we get our focus learned, whatever it's called. And take a look at Leinster. We could declare war and take them really quickly. But we will have to create the Duchy of Munster to have a vassal if we want to not be penalty for our domain holdings. And because he's chaste, I'm going to choose chastity, which gives me an extra bonus. He flatters him. And we are almost there. And we've done a good job expanding our territory. We're already in charge of the Duchy of Munster. And after this, we can create the Duchy of Leinster. Hey, good. I'm in the middle of doing a video. So we want to set a vassal, and steward is always good. Pope was not swayed. But once we get our learning perk, we'll be ready to start the religion. And we could probably vassalize Dunchad. Not quite. All right, I think we are ready. And you have to create a name and fill in all of those options, which we will do. Name of our religion, before we select all the specifics, will be Bobinism. Adjective, Bobish. Single follower, Bob. Many follower, Bobs. Okay, and we have a lot of options, as you can see, and we have 3 of the tenets. I'm going to get rid of all of these, and we're going to be creating a religious community of giants. So going through these, we might have to change some of the other stuff, but unrelenting faith. And where is the giant? This is if you want to start a giant religion. Makes giant a virtue, and also any kind of mountainous territory will convert faith quicker, promote culture quicker. And we're going to get rid of the right. So we're not going to keep the Catholic Pope as our head of faith. I'm actually planning on having myself as the head of faith. And we can also condemn our vassals if we select religious law. And based on high learning, we can take territories away from our vassals. So it's going to be a religious law, unrelenting faith, chthonic redoubts. We're going to make it equal gender so women can inherit titles. We're going to make our religious attitude righteous, which means that you can revoke titles from evils and adherents have penalties, but it's easier to convert. And we're going to need to convert and other stuff. Head of faith is going to be temporal, so we go down to the head of faith. And clerical gender, either or. And clerical appointment is rulers appoint their own things. So temporal. And I'm going to make adultery accepted. Everything is accepted. Don't need to be putting people in jail. And we're going to go to close kin taboo, so no more of this nephew and cousin marriage. Keep away from getting inbred status. And we're going to go with polygamous. No bastards. And head of faith, Faith cannot be theocratic, tradition, temporal, head of faith. Okay, so this needs to change to lay clergy, which means that you directly control all of your temples and the benefits, which takes a little more overseeing, but it's worth it in the end. So after I changed all that, we're still looking at 1,761 cost, and we have 2,300. So we are going to create our religion. Okay, and you see our domain limit goes up because now we are in control of all of the temples, and there are quite a few of them. So if you want to keep watching, I will have a continued video on this one, but this is all you need to know. I'll go through it a little bit because it will show us a little more. But now we are our own religion. And that is it. Subscribe and like.